Early morning, May sits at her desk, staring at a blank presentation on her laptop. She hesitates to raise her hand in meetings, watches others get credit, and quietly supports her team from the background. May was the quiet force in her company, always reliable, always prepared. But deep inside, she was haunted by a voice that whispered, "You're not good enough." No matter how much she achieved, doubt clung to her like a shadow. May's boss announces a new leadership project. May's colleagues encourage her to apply, but she hesitates and lets the chance slip away. She watches as someone less experienced gets the role. Opportunities knocked, but May's self-doubt always answered first. She convinced herself she wasn't ready, that someone else would do better. Ancient wisdom teaches, the greatest obstacle is not the mountain, but the pebble in your shoe. May's team faces a major setback on a critical project. The new leader struggles and morale drops. May quietly helps behind the scenes, but never steps forward. The team floundered, lost without direction. May saw solutions, but her fear of failure kept her silent. She wondered, what if I'm wrong? What if I let everyone down? May sits in a park, lost in thought, watching a young child build a sandcastle. The castle collapses, but the child laughs and starts again. May couldn't help but smile at the child's resilience. She sat beside him and asked, "Why do you keep building if it keeps falling down?" The child replied, "It's fun to build. Even if it falls, I can always make another one." In that moment, May realized, failure wasn't the end, it was simply part of the journey. May returns to work with a new mindset. She volunteers ideas in meetings, encourages her team, and isn't afraid to make mistakes. May embraced the wisdom of the child. She let go of perfection and focused on progress. She began to see her strengths, not just her flaws. Ancient teachings remind us, a river cuts through rock not by force, but by persistence. The team faces another crisis. This time, May steps up and leads. She organizes brainstorming sessions, listens to everyone's ideas, and empowers her teammates. With May's guidance, the team found new energy. Her belief in them sparked their belief in themselves. Together, they tackled problems that once seemed impossible. The project is a success, exceeding all expectations. May's boss and colleagues celebrate her leadership. May feels a deep sense of pride, not for being perfect, but for being brave. By focusing on her strengths and believing in her abilities, May unlocked not only her own potential, but inspired her team to reach new heights. Ancient wisdom says, when you light a lamp for others, you also brighten your own path. May journaling, meditating, and mentoring a new team member. She smiles, confident and at peace. May's journey wasn't about becoming someone else, but about discovering the power within. She learned that confidence isn't the absence of doubt, but the courage to act in spite of it. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and reflect. Pause and ask yourself, what strengths have you overlooked in yourself? How can you use your abilities to inspire those around you? Remember, the journey to greatness begins with a single step of belief. May, standing with her team, all smiling and celebrating. Focus on your strengths, believe in your abilities to reach your full potential, and inspire others in your team to outperform beyond their wildest imagination to achieve the impossible goals. Share this story with someone who needs to hear it. Together, let's create a world where confidence and kindness unlock the greatness within us all.